So we've already figured out here in downtown Stockton there's significant gentrification. Now we're going to look at some of the houses here. We're going to find out if there's a classic distressed rentals, boarded up, vacant, just plain ugly type of houses, and exactly who's living. There's one right there, okay? That it's an older house, older family living there. That could be a possibility. And here's a house that's been rehabbed, a house that was rehabbed quite a while ago. You've got, that's a nice house right there. Whenever you're looking in these type of neighborhoods, you want to ask yourself the question, what are you dealing with here? Do you have wholesale inventory? Okay, and if you do you have new builds, rebuilds, rehabs? And this has it all. This is right by downtown. So what that tells me is gentrification has now gone out into the neighborhood, which is probably a half a mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile out. Of the city center. So I'm here driving, and you see a lot of houses like this that has been rehabbed at some point not that long ago. That one is just an old house that's been taken care of. Very nice. That's an old brick house that doesn't look like it's been rehabbed, but home ownership. Whenever you see home ownership, you want to go, okay, if I see home ownership, evidence of rehabbing and new builds, I've really got it. And here what you would see is evidence of rehabbing, and a lot of that. No new builds. Is there still an opportunity? You bet. In rehabbing. So this is an area, downtown Stockton, that offers a lot of opportunity, and you can tell that because a lot of these houses have been rehabbed here. You can go just one after another. So one on the corner is a rehab. This one, Plymouth Place, is your gentrification going on. This is where people could, this may be a retirement home. Could be. But this is a nice little bedroom community. It a lot of really impressive building happening here in Stockton. I like the Stockton area. I can see why Todd, who's listening to this, all he would say is smile and go, well, I told you so. Yeah, and I never for 1 second disbelieved that there was a good opportunity here. Now, when we first started this over a decade ago, Stockton was boarded up, vacant, just plain ugly houses, starting with a wholesale base. But the reality is now, those days in the vast majority of California is over. It doesn't mean you can't find them. And if you do, more than likely, you're going to have a lot of competition. So you got to be really good at what you do. Because remember, there's a lot of wholesalers out there that know just enough on YouTube. And hey, I've helped because I've put a lot of YouTube content out there. If you follow what I teach, you can get deals. But can you be sustained successful? Not unless you have ongoing coaching. Because there are things, intricacies, that only those of us who have been through it a lot can know. And if I don't know it, I know somebody who does. So as we're driving through the blocks here, it's just what I suspected. Because of gentrification, which has gone on here, young urban professionals moving in, and then moving into this downtown, there is opportunity downtown. I saw 2 or 3 old buildings that would be completely, potentially rehab for sale. But you have to have a vision and a lot of money to doing that, or connection with people with resources, which is another part of what you're going to want to do, is find somebody who you can partner with who has pockets. You're just going to have to. So that's going to open you up to potentially different strategies, and you want to be able to do that. So here you can see that house at the corner. Typical, that house over there, all look like they have home ownership, which means when you have that, the values of the houses are higher than rentals. There's a lot of homeowners here. What does that tell me? It's the bedroom community in the Bay Area. Because not only are they relatively nice houses, but most of them, frankly, are well taken care of. And this is close to the inner part of the city. So you have significant investment opportunities here. There is a significant opportunity for finding potentially distressed rentals. You're going to have to look for them. Okay, there's no question that I haven't seen one house, and I've been driving for about 6 or 7 minutes, that would qualify as something where I would go, man, I think there's an opportunity there. Usually I can find something. Now, here's a potential one to the left. Why do I see that? Because the first thing that triggers is how you're taking care of your lawn. All right? And if you see that, then you want to take a look. If you don't see any trinkets on the porch, it's probably a rental. If it's a rental and it's distressed and it's beat up, you may have a tired renter, a tired landlord. And if you have that, then there's potential, but there's worry. You have to dive into that, and you have to take work. Most of us don't really want to farm that hard to find a deal, but they're out there, and the opportunity is real. So I'm driving here and looking, and man, just row after row. These houses are very close to the 5, just minutes away, and boom, you're off to San Francisco, the Bay Area. Let's take a look here and just see how close we are to, let's just say, San Jose. Bingo, 1 hour, 23 minutes, 54 miles. Okay. That would make about 2 hours, 2.5 hours to the Bay Area. I think people who live in San Jose, I don't think I know this because I was a consultant of a painting company where one of their employees lived here in Stockton, Manteca area. And they were glad to commute this far because the commute was, the living expenses were significantly less. And you can see here in Stockton the kind of area, a lot of living here. Let's just take, some older houses, okay? Some have not been rehabbed, some have not been touched. As a matter of fact, the further we go from what would be considered the city center, the more that we see older houses. This one right here, probably a rental, even though there are Christmas lights up. That's a homeowner. That's a homeowner over there. A Dodger fan with a Raider flag. I can see the Dodgers. Of course, they're here in Giants territory. In Stockton, close to the city center, there is a lot of opportunity. Now, you're going to have to get in, find a tired landlord, get in on a good deal, and then get in renters or look for commuters to come out here and jack up the prices, and you'll find yourself a good deal. So Stockton, great place.